How to write a catchy tagline. You have everything set and your product or website is ready for launching, but one thing is stressing you out: the tagline. Should you spend a lot of time coming up with the best tagline? Surprisingly, no. You can use a proven shortcut for writing a perfect slogan that grabs people's attention and lets them know that your product is the right one for their needs. You may be asking, what is the shortcut? Surprisingly again, it involves letting your customers come up with the right tagline for you. But first, here are several things you need to know about coming up with the perfect tagline. Number 1. Your tagline needs to articulate precisely what you are offering, and it needs to portray you positively to your target market. Number 2. It should be authentic. It's very hard to come up with an entirely different product. The odds are that whatever you are selling is being sold by a lot of other people out there too. However, you can stand out and be different by portraying it in a different way than the usual way. Number 3, it needs to be precise and concise. Competition is getting tougher every day, and you have to be straight to the point if you want to win the reader over. By keeping these 3 points in mind, you can come up with a tagline. What do your product or service users tell you about it? Do they tell you about a problem it fixes? By knowing what your customers are saying about your product will help you come up with the perfect tagline for your product. There's a career coach that kept hearing teenagers say they don't know what they want to become when they grow up. However, she resisted the idea of using this phrase on her clients since most of them were adults and she thought it would offend them. However, once she decided to add it to the top of her website, the number of inquiries dramatically increased for her. 2 beginning software designers were demonstrating how their software worked to venture capitalists. One of the investors exclaimed, "That's so simple, even my mother can do it." Boom, their tagline was born. One author wanted to speak about male-female communication to people in a certain seminar. She explained a scenario where a man and a woman were trying to communicate, but they could not understand one another. One gentleman from the crowd yelled, "Can't she see that I'm watching the game?" And that's how her tagline was born. What I'm trying to bring out is that your tagline should bring out whatever your customer feels. As you know from the previous scenarios, you don't need to put pressure on yourself to find the best tagline. Instead, just listen to what your customers say about your product or service.